Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for yet another episode of Rewrite. Let's continue the story and let's discover the truth behind the cursed girl. Like, the story of the cursed girl. So, let's see. Like, how much of it is real, how much of this is fake. And yeah, let's continue, let's see. We're supposed to call Lucia. I wonder if she's going to answer the phone after what happened to her in the previous episode. My split personally, the theory is up there. So let's see. If my phone SD card is fried. Also, now when I think about this, oh my god, I just debunked my own theory in the first second I started recording. Goddammit. If Lucia would be the cursed girl, then Yoshino would know because they were in the same class. I debunked myself in like first second I started recording. Great. Scrap the like past episodes. Great. Anyway, even my phone's SD card is fried. Thankfully, I had the store. I had the store make a backup for me, as when I passed by on a whim a few months ago, so I was able to recover at least some of my data. Unfortunately, the apps I downloaded recently and my ringtones are all went poof. Well, anyway, whatever. Anyway, I managed to switch to a new flagship phone. It feels pretty weird, but I put my usual phone strap and it's already feeling much more familiar. Okay, it was a good thing I jotted down class rep number. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to get in touch with her until tomorrow. After eating dinner and doing the dishes, it's finally go time. Unfold the directory, prepare my pen and paper, and get ready to make some calls. Guess I close class rep first. It's great that she's helping with phoning the girls here. Thanks to that, I feel like I can work through this. Yeah, the fear of the cursed girl would be akin to hurting Asaki Haruka herself. Is Asaki Haruka truly some wicked vampire? Or is she, like class rep, simply a girl with a sad and painful past? What if like Lucia looked differently back in the day, and Yoshino just don't remember this? Or maybe Yoshino, maybe all the class memories were wiped. Or partially wiped. So it created the legend. Huh. Trying to convince myself that I did not debunk myself. If it's the former, then my article will be pretty hostile towards her. But if it's the latter, I'm gonna rip this damn story apart, no question. Oh hey, it's me, your brother, remember? Wait, what? Wow. Ah, wait, chill, no, I'm just kidding. Good evening, my name is Tennoji. Is the lovely lady Konohana Lucia able to speak? My bata will drop it. Have you already eaten? Okay. I've got a directory, a pen and a notepad, my health insurance card, and a pre-packed meal, and a water bottle. Do you want a banana for a snack? Also, Kotaro, I wonder if like Kotaro actually realized that, but if like, I wonder if like did he check actually this paper if there's Asaki Haruka name on it? I don't know if he checked that. I mean, it's supposed to be this class, so she should be there, right? It's like no-brainer. But what if she's not there? I don't know. Kinda random thoughts, and I feel weird about it. You want banana for a snack? Okay. We're up against the urban legend here. We got to be energetic about this.
そうだな。元気は大事だ。
Uh-huh. Anyway, if we're ready, let's start. We can compare notes when we're done.
了解だ。
Class have been writing, prepared to take my calls at any time, I expect no less. Well then, we should get right to it. If we split the work, it comes out about 10 people each. I can't imagine what kind of info we can pull out of them. Now that I think about it, just one night might be too short. I should cut the chatter so we don't waste any time.
そうだな。あまり遅い時間にかけるのも失礼だ。早速始めよう。
We're gonna make calls now. You ready?
覚悟とは何？
We are here about to wake the Haruka from her sleep. It's just me. You might end up getting caught up in all this curse business.
そういう冗談は嫌いだ。
Yeah. She's like so used to play along with like smiley face that you can't even like really hear you cannot really hear it from her voice like what happened last night. I mean this night, like this evening with her. My bad, my bad. I was just thinking that around now you'll be getting some creepy messages or have a glass breaking, stuff like this. I'm expecting Classip to tell me off for making another joke in a bad taste. Except it doesn't happen. Oh, did I go too far and actually piss her off?
そんなことあるわけなかろうが、呪いなどあるわけないと豪語したのは天王寺小太郎、お前だぞ。
Sorry, you're right. Anyway, let's just start a little operation.
お互い頑張ろう。
Right, let's catch up later. I'll follow you when I'm done. After the little exchange, I hung up. Okay, let's do it. Before me is the class directory of the class 4-1 of the Kazamatsuri 7th Elementary School. Let's go in order. First in the class is the game name Aikawa. Enter his phone number and listen as the phone rings. Just what kind of stories will I get to hear from him? There must be something that happened to cause even someone like Yoshin to quake in his boots. What did Kishida Ryuga talk about 7 years ago? What happened after that? And what was that story about someone who sniffed around like I did and got really hurt? Oh, hello. Sorry for calling too late. I'm Tennoji, a graduate of the 7th Elementary. Yes, as Aikawa there? For now, I decided to go with the cover story that I'm the alumnus of the school. That should sound more reassuring to Aikawa and make things more faster. The person at the end of the line, Aikawa's mom, immediately switched over to her son. Alright, things are going great so far. Let me guess, like they're just going to hang up instantly.
Hi. もしもし。
Hello, sorry for the sudden call. I'm Tennoji, a graduate from the 7th Elementary.
どうも。
Guess he's a pretty quiet guy. Well, if some total rando called you at night, it would only be natural to react suspiciously. Actually, I've been putting together an anthology for our class reunion, and I wanted to get your comments on any memories about Kishida Ryugo, since you were in the same class as him in 4-1.
朝日はるかの話。
I grasped without even thinking. Aikawa immediately brought it up the moment I mentioned Kishida Ryugo. Yeah, actually I kind of wanted to write a bit of that story, more like an urban legend I guess.
話すことないです。
It's another immediate reply. Just like Yoshino, he doesn't want anything to do with Asahi Haruka. Even 7 years after everything that happened. I tried to veer away from the topic and change my approach, but Aikawa isn't cooperating at all. Eventually, he treats me like some unwanted telemarketer and hangs up. Yeah, I could expect that. Well, dang. That looks like it's way bigger than I imagined. Just what's lurking in the abyss that is the incident of 4-1? The bait was yanked off instantly, but whenever biting is definitely something big, I can feel it. This isn't just some run-off-the-mill ghost story. Yoshino frightens because he's easily scared of anything. And everyone from 4-1 is just as terrified. Class rep is having as much trouble as I bet. I pull myself together and dial the number of the next guy of the class directory.
やめてください。朝日はるかの話は本当に。 岸田君とは一度も話したことないんで。知らない知らない。俺は何も知らないよ。
Damn. That's so terrified. What the hell? That's not be real serious if they hate it that much. These guys are absolutely scared out of their wits, no question about that. The way they react isn't some vague aversion to the topic because they don't want to talk about it, or that they have bad memories of what happened or something like that. Yoshida Ryugo should have died 7 years ago, but still, they reacted as violently as if it had happened yesterday. In other words, even after 7 years, they can still remember it if it happened yesterday. Did something really extreme happen to them? I would soon find the answer to that question. In a strange twist of irony, the answer is something that literally did happen just yesterday. Okay?
割れましたよ。ガラスも電球も蛍光灯も家中真っ暗だった。
Oh.
昨日は家中大騒ぎでしたよ。
Oh. So, everyone who's been like knowing about her, basically. Because we know that happened in Yoshino house too. Okay, this is actually getting supernatural now. If it really like happened like same day, same night to all of the classmates that knew about her. And it happened to Haruki? Wait. Kotaro. God damn it, wait, album 2. Sorry. And to Lucia as well. Huh. Emily asked if he had experienced anything like glass breaking in his vicinity. Though I spoke to him jokingly, he replied frantic and worked
あん
up.
たの電話で確信しましたよ。あんたのせいだ。あんたが朝日遥の話を嗅ぎ回り始めたからなんだ。
Okay.
朝日遥は本当に呪われてるんだよ。あの話を嗅ぎ回ろうとすると、あんたが朝日遥の眠りを覚ましたからなんだ。
After some more frenzied rambling, he hands up. Even 7 years after, everyone still reacted so excessively, and his words have finally told me
あ
why.
んたが嗅ぎ回ったから朝日遥が眠りを覚ましたと呪いは4年1組のみんなにも起こってる。彼女の名前を
Just yesterday, some kind of paranormal phenomenon occurred where glass shattered, probably in the houses of everyone who was in the class for one. That's why every single person I spoke with on the phone was so afraid. It seems like it, at least. I mean, you shouldn't even show up to the class earlier today. Okay. Wait, don't tell me.
クソったれ。なんか用か。
Yeah. Phone rang for so long I didn't think Yoshino would even pick up. After waiting it out, he finally picked up and insulted me right off the bat. Yoshino, I need a serious answer here. Did any glass at your place break recently?
さあな。
Yoshino is being standoffish. However, the silence in his answer already tells me that his house was no exception.
俺の連絡網は少しは役に立ってるのか。
Well, yeah, it's proven to me that it's not just you that's scared as shit. Yeah. Yoshino, I'm not gonna laugh at you anymore. So just tell me what happened 7 years ago.
おっと、そいつは3日間何事もなかったらって約束だぜ。幸い、俺のところは何事もねえ。ちょいと電球が古かったようでな。
Okay.
パンと割れちまったが。
That was way more. Yoshino is like, actually want Kotaro to discover this, I think. Because we know that he's been sitting with the flashlight. Maybe actually it was just the light bulb, but he was like, someone was calling him and he was like, it's you, right? Something like that. So I think like, he believes that this is a curse, but still like try to play it off, basically, for Kotaro to find out actually the truth about this. Maybe he's not like that adamant about this being a curse. We'll see.
なに、うちじゃよくあることさ。気にするな。
Yeah, trying to play it off. Is it my fault?
なんだと？そうなのか。じゃあ今度、電球代を請求し。
As always, Yoshino is putting on a facade of disinterest. Though he seems to be apathetic at the first glance, I suppose he's fighting his own battles. He can't look into it himself, but he's entrusting the matter to me while dealing with his own problems, and he sometimes helps me out in small ways. Yeah, okay. He even promised that he would tell me everything after 3 days. Though he insisting that nothing happened yesterday or today, he's definitely dealing with something. Yeah, pretty much, just like I said. He's just playing it off. What it is, I don't know, but it's something. How this investigation is going so far, the curse that hit for 1 isn't something as mild as the light bulb or 2 breaking. I know that much. Is this what you meant when you told me to watch out if glass breaks? That's the first thing Yoshino told me. You better watch out if glass breaks. The disturbing incidents of glass and the light bulbs spontaneously breaking happened to the graduate of the class for 1 around yesterday evening. That means the Yoshino warning of the phenomenon came before all this happened. If you get involved with Asahi Haruka, then glass will break. This only leads credence to Yoshino warning that's actually true. If it were to isolate case, I could write it off as a mere coincidence, but it happened to every single person I called. Can I still insist on it being nothing but coincidence? Nope, not a thing here. Wow. Did you tell me there was someone who got really hurt looking into the stuff? Who was it? When did it happen? What happened 7 years ago? Who is this Osaki Haruka? What happened with Kishida Ryugo? I asked every single guy who used to be in class for 1, and not a single one of them was willing to tell me. With the way things are, I have no choice but to change my approach. I can look into the guy who got hurt and investigate this. If I can get in touch with him, I might be able to make some progress. 4 years. Okay. Okay. I felt like it might be like one of my theories, right? Like that was Ryugo who was like looking into this. And he was not like serious about this, and then he died. But yeah. Anyway. So 4 years ago, okay. An appointment? You mean it wasn't someone from Fort 1? Newspaper club. Okay, what if this someone, like Asahino Haruka, is not really a girl? What if this is just a newspaper catch, you know? Like from this guy. What if that was like just someone else like creating this story? But that would not explain why everyone else is caught up in this stuff. And I don't remember his name, huh? Okay. That is pretty sus, actually. Someone made this all to happen. Newspaper club, huh? If I can figure out who it is, then that would be a new lead. You said he got hurt bad from the curse, but he didn't die or anything, right? Okay. Okay. Things like what? Something that even that get even a guy like you scared, huh? She doesn't tell me anything after that. After throwing around a few more kuses here and there, he hangs up. Still, you should drop me a pretty big hint in the call. I set myself to get back to the second round of phone calls. They won't tell me anything for the fear of the curse, then maybe they could at least tell me the name of that newspaper club member. Let me guess, no one will remember his name. If I still don't get anywhere, then I'm going to have to give up. What do I do if that happens? Do I just tell them that the story of Asahi Haruka is true and then I can write the article about it? Or do I just write some BS story about how whoever I looked into and had the lights and the windows broken in his house? Well, I suppose I can save that comical prospect for later. I can throw in the towel just like that. I will just do the best I can for now. Oh, hello. Sorry for calling for this so late at night. I'm Technology, graduate from the 7th Elementary. Okay.
申し訳ない。女子の方は手がかりゼロだ。
Such as class reply when I check in after another rounds of calls to all the guys one for one. Class rep is in charge of conducting the girls. It seems like they're just all tight-lipped.
みんな異常なまでに怯えている。これは本当に。
Let me guess. Glass broke for everyone.
そうだ。ガラスだ。ガラスや電球がそれも一人や二人じゃない。全員がだ。
That's what I wanna know here. It's too simple to pin this on all on the curse. Of course, it's just as easy to say it isn't too. Maybe yesterday the power company made some mistake, and there was some kind of power or voltage surge or something, causing the power to get all weird. Why? Weird, yeah, weird. Yeah. And because of that, it caused incandescent and fluorescent bulbs all over the city to go high wire. Yeah. So, okay, what I wanted to say. Goddammit, I was reading and I forgot what I wanted to say. I don't remember. I will remember probably sooner or later what I wanted to say. Anyway. Not that it explains all the windows shattering though.
やはり彼女たちが言うように、これは朝日遥の呪いなんだろうか。天王寺。これは本当にまずい話のような気がする。
Okay, Lucia is getting paranoid now, yeah. I mean, after what happened to her as well. She's more affected by Haruki. By Kotaro, goddammit! I just remember Haruki from White Album 2 so much right now. Ah. Hey now, aren't you the one and only class representative? Is some girls really getting to you?
呪いなんて信じないし、信じたくもない。だが、現にこうしておかしなことが次々に起こり、実際に気配が及んでいる。割れたガラスで怪我をした子もいた。幸い、天王寺のところには何も。
Class rep is afraid. It goes without saying, I suppose. I'm starting to feel some panic too. That's regardless of whether this so-called curse exists or not. There's definitely some causal relationship between investigating Asahi Haruka and paranormal phenomena occurring around you as a result. I wonder if, like, maybe Haruka being an ability user or something and she actually had some power that affect in some way people she affected with her powers or something. Maybe she's a part of the Guardians now? I don't know. It only makes sense to be afraid, regardless of whether you believe in the curse or not. When the boss headed straight for you, there's no point in arguing whether it's a curse or not. You need to dodge it, or you get a face full of ball. It's that simple.
本気で忠告する。もうやめよう。この話はこれ以上に及べば、お前の身にだって何が。
Never least, nothing happened to me yet.
待って、大怪我をした生徒がいたらしいじゃないか。お前も大怪我をしたいの。おかしな現象は4年1組の OB から次第にお前に近づいてるぞ。あのコピーを忘れたか。あれは警告だった。西九条先生は機械の不調だと説明したが、私は知ってる。
Yeah, she's totally off now.
呪いでしか説明のできないことがあったんだ。じゃなきゃ1秒増えてる。
The class rep that I spoke with earlier and the tone I'm speaking with now are completely different people. There's no surprise though, I'm painfully aware of how she must feel. Still, for her to have changed so dramatically, what did she heard from those girls? I mean, just hearing that something happened to all of them at the same time was enough to trigger, basically, her fear. Because she tried to play off what happened to her in the Baka later this evening. But cannot do this anymore. Wait, don't tell me. Class rep, I hope you don't mind asking, but did something happen to you recently by chance? For a while, class rep remained dead silent. No way. The moment I think that, she finally breaks the silence.
私の方は問題ないから。
What do you mean? Don't tell me. Glass broke there too. Did that happen near you or? Hey, what the hell? Wait a minute. That's obviously yes from her. Does that mean your house got hit too? Okay. We are back with Lucia house. Hey, here, Konohana Lucia's room is dimly lit. For some reason the lights aren't on, but the TV has been left on, serving as the room's only light source. Jesus, that's creepy. The ever-changing colors from the glow of the TV screen dye the room into disquieting hues. Why isn't the class representative turning on the lights? It's not that she wants to turn them on. She can't. Why? Because of the lights in the house have shattered. Konohana Lucia speaks to Tennoji Kotaro on the phone, illuminated by nothing but the dim, eerie light of the TV. Damn. This is actually getting weird. How do we explain this actually? Is it actually like some kind of like city, like electricity outbreak or something? In like some part of the city? What's happening? Class rep? Shots of broken light bulbs are strewn all around her. All reflect just the finest hint of light in the poorly lit room. Her face is illuminated by the flickering glow of the TV screen. It's red and swollen, as if she's been crying her eyes out. Sorry. Thanks for getting along with my silly investigation until now. Please leave the rest to me. Yep. She begs and pleads for him to stop over and over as the teardrop falls on her cheek. She makes no effort to hide her trepidation from Kotaro. I mean, sure, all the guys I got hit too, and I barely got any solid leads either. I bet all the guys react the same way, so I'm sure you heard it from them too. Nobody wants to talk about it. They don't want anything to do with it, and you're reacting exactly the same way as they did. Wait a minute, what do you mean by that? Do you mean to say that if I keep investigating something going to happen to you? Sorry, class rep, really, I'm sorry for getting you wrapped up in all of this. Had this happened to Kotaro, he probably would have been able to handle it. Instead, it was Yoshino and her, people who had volunteered their help, that these bizarre occurrences happened. That would affect him more deeply than any direct threat to him could ever have. Don't worry about it. Besides, I'm just about to give up too. I can't find any reliable info either. Well, actually there is just one last lead I've got left. Kotaro recounts Yoshino's story of the class reunion from 4 years ago, of how he pursued that particular point. Finally, he was able to discover the name of the boy from the newspaper club from the incident 4 years ago. Oh! He actually found it. Okay. That's the only lead I've got left. If that turns out to be dead end, then I'm really gonna throw in the towel. I'll have no choice but to give up on the investigation. I can tell you, this is enough, class rep. I will deal with the rest of myself. Just one guy is enough for this curse. Relax, you can step away from this now, class rep. You won't have anything more to do with that curse. Please clear your head and rest. Sorry for dragging you into this. Kotaro tells her something along these lines and hangs up. Yeah. And Lucia probably feels very bad about this, but also scared. Feelings of guilt, yeah, swirling through his head, thinking about how he's gotten so many people wrapped up in something he only investigated out of curiosity. Yeah, and apparently a lot of people get hurt about this. I mean, they did not get hurt yet, but like weird stuff is happening for whatever reason. Class rep sure was acting weird. What the heck happened to her? Damn it, Asahi Haruka. I'm busting my ass here to clear your name for something that you maybe never even did. Oh, what? Do you mean to say that my help is unwanted? Then why don't you tell me that to my face? Don't drag all the other guys or Yoshin or class rep into this. Wait, now that I think about this, I actually was the first one she warned, with that weird photocopy and all. Do not wake me up, otherwise you will. Otherwise I will what? If that's the curse, then lay it on me. Don't rope in anyone else around me. Otherwise, what are you gonna do with me? Gonna do to me? No? Oh, other. Okay. Otherwise you will. Tennoji Kotaro believes that the cursed message refers to him. Okay. But just think about it. When did that message appear from the copier? Who was in the room when it happened? Who was the first to read the message? Lucia. That makes sense. Huh. So Lucia's been the target all the time? Just who was the message actually for? For Lucia. Interesting. But why? Huh. She can... Split personality thing. It must be a thing. To some degree. Maybe the name Asahi Haruka is just a legend name, but Lucia was in the 4-1 actually? No. God damn it, I don't know. But like... It must be some kind of like memory manipulation and Lucia being involved. And this like message is like... message to herself, like her other ego basically, as a warning to like don't wake me up. Or else like you will suffer like me or something, you know? Like you used to. There must be some kind of like memory manipulation, fake name thing going on. She can no longer hear Tennoji's voice on the phone. Though she pleaded with him to stop his investigation, he didn't agree to it. And though he only has one final lead, he will still likely pursue the matter. Will he truly not stop his investigation?
天王寺はやると決めたら最後までやり通す男だ。私がやめろと言ったくらいで中断などするものか。
Indeed. You and I share the same circumstances. I thought that you would be able to stop him from praying any further. But even you couldn't do it.
ごめんなさい。
This is... Look at that! It's like... Look, it's literally her split personality. Look at that. This sentence is so weird. You and I shared the same circumstances. I thought that you would be able to stop him from praying any further. It's like, what the hell was her name? The cursed girl. Asahi Haruka. Yeah, Haruka. Okay. It's like Haruka talking to Lucia in her mind, basically. It's like Lucia is talking to herself. You couldn't do it, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, she's losing this. She's losing, she's crazy. There must be, like, some involvement from Shizuru here. I'm almost sure of this. I don't know to what degree, and also it's like not explained as well why the like glass is shattering around like everyone in the 4-1. I don't know that, but I think like why people don't remember that Lucia was in this class probably is like because of Shizuru or something. It must be something like this. And she became a legend basically, the urban legend. We'll see. In the dimly lit room, she clenches her phone out of her lap, begging for forgiveness from someone. For a girl as strong-willed as she normally would not back down. The class representative sits on her sofa, surrounded by the shards of broken light bulbs. And then, fading in behind the sofa from out of nowhere, the silhouette of the girl places her hand on the class representative's shoulder. Lonely and clean, Konohana Lucia. You are the one who can hear my voice. This is why you will stop him for me. Please, don't let him near me. I hate him. I hate him so very much. What is happening? What? You hate Haruki? What? Why? I'm so... Okay, goddammit. I'm so confused now. Lucia does not hate really Haruki. Maybe subconsciously somehow? Maybe it's like... what in the past? What the hell? Yeah. My question. Just as crying child wails, trying to explain themselves. Let me guess. They met when they were kids. Haruki forgot and said something about coming back for her on the white horse. Anyone play Domineko? Does that sound something like you feel like you heard about before? Just as crying child was trying to explain themselves. Or perhaps the child who asked for forgiveness after being hit for the very first time. Hana Lucia screams frantically, completely at her wit's end. However, the sinister child grabs Lucia by her head and forces their eyes to meet as she replies, "Both you and Tennochi Kotaro are wrong. It's a magic." Actually, curse. You see, it's not a mistake. No one talking bad about me. Because I really am cursed. I like how they just change these to make it more creepy. I wonder if you can read maybe all the upper letters and read something out of this. Where is it? M-A-R-M? Okay, never mind. You see, when you take care of some pets and they happen to die the next day, you get blamed for it. But I'm different. Anything I touch dies. Anything and anyone. If I touch petals, they fall right off. If I touch the stems, they wither and die. If I get too close to beards to listen to them chirping, they fly right off. If I hug a cat, it rolls onto the back and starts twitching, and then it stops moving forever. If I smile, everyone shakes in their fear. And I don't even know what face I'm really making when I smile. I mean, every mirror I look at breaks. Isn't this the same for you? Why I have a feeling like Lucia powers is somehow suppressed because of her trauma from the childhood. She actually had power to just kill stuff with touch and stuff. And somehow with her memory erased, it got dimmed. Maybe it's still affecting some things, but maybe she doesn't have really access to it right now. I don't know. I still think it might be memory shenanigans, double personality, Shizuru involvement thing with Guardians, and they have like resources to actually manipulate memory of like the whole class, basically. So wouldn't be surprised if that's the thing. And she's like awakening, basically, right now. From a deep slumber. Like her personality is awakening from the deep slumber. That's why it's like, do not wake me up. Yeah, you're not cursed. That's your hands are a little dirty. Your hands are tainted and unclean. Anything you touch immediately rots. So everyone hates you and runs away. 洗ってるもん。いつもいつもいっぱいいっぱい洗ってきて洗う。食事の前にも後にも洗うし。学校に行く前にも洗うし。いつだっていつだって洗ってるもん。 Damn. You've forgotten just how unclean you are. Fine, I'll make you remember how you felt at that time. Damn. I will teach you the same curse that I have. What the fuck? The little girl yanks on Lucia's arms, placing her palms upon the back of Lucia's hands, as if she's trying to spread her own curse to her. She really is like awakening her powers or something. It must have happened before. But why? How is this affecting actually the surrounding of other people? How does that actually work? Is her ability actually to bring misfortune or something? What is happening? Like, that's something as vague as misfortune is a power? Possibly? The girl's palms pierce right through Lucia's gloves. No, even through her hands, entering deep into her. It's as if the girl's hands are sinking straight into Lucia's. Come on, don't you remember? Remember how unclean and filthy your hands are. Oh, I heard the laugh. This is so scary, actually. So creepy. A dull grey blankets the entire room. There is the din of white noise, like the sound of TV channel that isn't running, or the sound of rain that began to fall without her realizing. At some point, Lucia focuses her hearing on the sound and lays herself against the sofa. When exactly she cannot remember. In her desolate room, the TV, with its white nose and dim light, is the only thing illuminating her body. Lucia stares at her hands as her unpleasant memories resurface. Those hands, which were called unclean, are hidden in pure white gloves. Fearfully, she removes the gloves. Her hands are colored grey by the TV dim light. They look terribly pale. This isn't just her hands, but her entire body just looks pale and weak thanks to the faint light. Something catches her eye. The still living flowers in the vase. Okay. They're flowers that Otorichihaya had brought for her. Those flowers too are colored grey. They look ever so bleak and gloomy, on the verge of dying. She takes her hand and sheet from its glove and gingerly reaches out. Yeah, so it's going to prove that she have a power to actually kill stuff with hands then. Let's extend her hand to the living flower. It will. It 100% will. So I think like her power was like blocked by the memories, basically. It was different before. Now it should be alright. It's different now. I pull out a single flower from the vase, even so gently. It's not artificial flower, it slowly withers. But this isn't my fault. The leaf falls off. The stem wilts, the petal turns black and curl up. Yep. Yeah, I knew that would happen. Laying out the rest of the flowers, I'm so frightened that that the case itself falls over, spilling the water inside. Flowers are wilting? They're wilting? I hear the sound of churning, of miasma rising from the sludge. It's gross, it's filthy sound. The place where she holds the flower leaves a dark stain in the shape of her hand, slowly spreading to its rot. Anymore. The malaise spread to all of the flowers, slowly melting and finally crumbling in fresh to the floor. Slowly spreading beneath her is a disgust pool of liquid that reminds one of the drunkard. I cannot even pronounce this word. Who would possibly believe that the pool of liquid is what once used to be a beautiful bouquet of flowers that had sat prettily in a vase? Still quivering in fear, Lucia gazed at her hands. Her own two hands that created the nightmare pool that lies before her. I wonder if she meets with Shizuru, Shizuru is going to block her memory again. And she's going to go back to the Lucia that we know. I have a feeling like Shizuru is like keeping in check basically her powers because it's way too dangerous. You know? She's a good person with like extremely dangerous power that like make her like terrified of herself. That's why Guardians and Shizuru are basically protecting her and everyone else at the same time. She looks at her hands and turns them over to see palms. What she sees are palms covered in bubbling filth. Palms that she has seen countless times. But where has she seen them before? She sees them every night in her nightmares. But this is reality. Damn, Ryukishi, you are like, goddamn. Okay. Wait, it's still night. It's not out. It's dark outside. It's the next day though. Class rep calling it sick today. Yep, she's going to call sick for a long time probably. I really want to go with Shizuru to her place and see what Shizuru actually can do. Like, is Shizuru actually going to like block her memory? It must be some kind of like memory manipulation that is like blocking her powers. And she manipulated like memories of other people in the class. So they like don't remember it was Lucia, so they can like be friends with her while they're moving grades. But at the same time, keeping their memory intact, right? So they think that, so like there will be no blanks in their memory. So instead of like remembering, hey, Lucia just like killed stuff, right? They erased like Lucia's name, replaced with Haruka. So class thinks that Lucia's name was Haruka. Replaced her image how she looked probably. And everyone in class think that it was Haruka, but it was really Lucia, and Lucia's memory is also altered. So she doesn't remember she was in the 4-1, basically. And the documents were changed as well. So her name is not appearing anywhere. I will go with this. I think it's solid. Especially when we know what Shizuru's power are. Like memory erasure, right? They can erase memories and Guardians can basically plant any memory they want. Anyway, interesting episode, very creepy, but I think like we're getting closer to solve the thing. I'm very curious how it will continue. But yeah, still no dragon. We're still like days before like thing with Gaia happens actually. I'm so surprised this is actually happening. Why do we have this prologue to everything? Or maybe it is like the main thing in her road. I don't know, like I'm very curious. Maybe, wait, what if we're going to be leaving? We are going to have a dragon scene, and then we're going to leave with Lucia the city. Because Lucia left the city for whatever reasons. Right? She left. We don't know why, but she left for some reason. Well, we're going to leave and like we're not going to be here at all in Lucia Road. Huh. Well, anyway, that's for future episodes. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Click the like button if you liked the episode. Subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you'd like to see episodes earlier and support me at the same time. Thank you as well. And yeah, see you in the next one. So from Pocket Watch, signing out.